Hey guys, welcome to the sixth episode of the What If podcast. Today's episode is what if ghosts were real, or what if there was a ghost in your house, or something like that. We don't know what we're gonna title yet, but we'll figure that out. Also, I'm your co-host Drishana.
I'm Avery.
And I'm Juliette.
Okay, to get started with today's episode of the podcast, let's ask our first question. Do you guys believe in ghosts? Do you believe in ghosts, Avery?
Yes, I
I
think
mean,
so.
okay,
Yeah,
Juliette.
actually, yes.
I don't think they're the way that we think they are. I believe more in like a spirit with like a spiritual thing.
Okay, yeah, same. I don't believe like the little. Okay,
Like
I
the
believe ghosts.
SpongeBob ghost. SpongeBob
Yeah,
ghost.
okay, I don't believe that they're like little white guys with like the white blankets. You know what I'm saying?
No, they're all like Casper the Friendly Ghost.
Yes. Mina, see? Here, look. Actually, I'm too lazy. I was gonna put a blanket over my head, but I'm too lazy to do that. Okay. Um, I believe in ghosts. I actually no, we'll get into that. Have you had any experiences? I want to go first. Okay. This is gonna take a while, so everyone sit back. Okay, so basically, there's a couple of stories. Once, I actually went on spring break, as we all did. Oh, really? No, I went on spring break. We rented an RV and we went on like a road trip with my friends, and we were telling ghost stories that first night, and we were like telling stories that like we experienced. Some of them were really cool, but I'll tell you mine. So one time, me and my sister were doing this like fake TV show. We were like recording it, and it was called Fashion Famous, and we would like put on different outfits and like walk the runway. It was like a TV show where they like had judges and stuff. So we were doing that, and we were filming this one part where you'd like the outfit. You were like showing the outfit, and my sister was standing in front of like this like green screen wall thing, or not green screen, just a wall, and like we saw an orb, and we were like, what? Like we were like, that's weird, right? And normally, if you see it on camera, then it could be just lighting, but we saw it with our own eyes too. And then we went back and took the video, and I have the picture on my phone. I'll send it to you guys later because my thing's off, and we're like, that's really weird. Also, another story is that okay, I went to an Ed Sheeran concert in 2018, and then we came home, and then we got robbed, right? And but when I went to the concert, I bought this Ed Sheeran T-shirt, like his merch, when we were at the concert, and so we got home, and it was weird. And then like, so that was August 18th, 2018. I think it was at the Rose Bowl. And then we went like a month later, my grandpa was in the hospital. He was gonna die. Like he was really sick. So we flew to Canada and we spent a week there. And then the day he died, my aunt was wearing an Ed Sheeran t-shirt. And I went up to her and I told her, I was like, don't wear the t-shirt. She goes, why? And I was like, it's like bad things happen when you wear that t-shirt. Like I was telling her because like one week we got robbed and I was wearing the Ed Sheeran t-shirt. And she's like, nah, that's just superstition. Like it probably was. And then my grandpa died literally a couple hours later when she was wearing that t-shirt. Then we came back home and I didn't want such a t-shirt. I was like, this is bad. Like I don't like this t-shirt. I'm very like superstitious, kind of like that. I don't know, like paranoid. And so then we got home and I was like, a couple months later, I was like, okay, this is dumb. I'm gonna wear the t-shirt. So then I picked up the t-shirt, and there was this like really dead bolted like frame, and it's been there for years. And I took the t-shirt out, and the frame fell, but it was there for so long, right? Then I was like, okay, this is great. This is kind of scary. So I put the t-shirt back. I was like, you know what? It's probably nothing, but just in case, I'm putting the t-shirt back. And a couple months later, I was like, nah, it's dumb. I'm taking the t-shirt. So I took the t-shirt. We dead bolted the frame on, and the frame fell again. So we were like, this is scary. So now the t-shirt's just in my closet, and I don't wear it. So yeah. Avery's like, that's so dumb, Ratana. Like, you're just being paranoid. You can see her face.
I
Um,
have not had any experiences, but I do remember I was at a play. I talked to someone and they had like their dad had passed away, I think. And they took a picture of like the moon, of like the full moon. And then when she looked at the photo, like his face was like there, and like you could tell, and it like popped out at her because it like came on through the camera.
Yeah. How about you guys, Avery? Any
Um,
experiences?
I haven't had any like experiences like that, but the other day my dad and I were just sitting on the couch and there's like a closet behind us and it just opened. It like slowly opened though. It wasn't like wind like blew it open, even though wind couldn't have blown it open because there was no windows open. But
Could
it
it
slowly creaked open and it made a noise and it was weird.
could it have been the AC or the heater?
We don't have AC.
Have you guys ever broken a mirror though? I have too. I'll tell you my story. I recommended it's the funniest thing ever. Okay. So it was actually not only me, it was me and a couple other girls. We all broke the mirror. But I was at PXPA dance class. You know, in the middle room, the mirror is broken. You know what I'm talking. Okay, never mind. So we were in Mr. Alex's character class with like, you know, Alex, Avery, like Alex, Claire. Yeah, so we were all in that class, and Jackie. Actually, no, you wouldn't know Jackie. Um, we were all in that one character class, and he was telling us to do this thing where we like kick the mirror, and like, all right, let's do it. So we were like kicking the mirror, and then it just broke, and then now I don't know because I haven't had anything very very unlucky happen to me, knock on wood, but like it, I think it might have just split between like all of us, you know. Anyways, yeah. Another story is that my this is not really my story. It's like it's kind of like my friend told me a story. She was like, so in it's a true story. So in Washington, they, you know how the houses there, they go like they're more like tall than wide. Okay, so there was this like there's this girl, and it was her wedding day, and she asked her husband to leave her alone for a bit, so she's in her wedding dress and she's like doing her hair or whatever, and she started to scream, and um the door was locked and she couldn't open it or something, and then like she got burned to death right up there by herself, and then or she got burned to death, and then like that, and then her husband, I don't know, that's okay, that she got burned to death, and then I don't remember the story, and then like hundreds of years later, so this was like in the 1990s, um some couple moved into that old house, and then they had heard like fire noises and like heels clicking on the floor, and so that like that story is so widely known that I think that's like my friend knows it because she went on like in eighth grade, she went on a field trip to Washington or whatever, and like told her that story. It was creepy. Another story, sorry, I'm talking way too much, but my story, this is a true story. My aunt was like, so you know how in like PV most houses are new, like they're not built in like the 1700s, like very very old, they're mostly new. So but in like London it's like they're very old, so this is in London, and one of the houses like someone so normally when you buy a house, sometimes you like ask if anyone had died in the house before, like my mom did, my like a bunch of my friends, like they asked before. So this person asked, and they had found out that someone hung themselves in that house in a closet, and so my aunt was like, okay. So her husband had always like he was a business person, so he always like travels around and stuff. So he's always like traveling around. So she was at the house with her by herself with her daughter, and they heard noises all the time, but it was never bad. So when one day when her husband was gone, um, she heard like a noise, and it was like kind of like a screaming noise coming from that exact closet that the that exact closet that the person hung themselves in, and then the door opened in that closet by itself, which it never did before, which is weird. So yeah, moving on. Um, Have you watched any videos with paranormal activity?
I have not. I don't know. Those things kind of freak me out. Um, I saw this thing, and it was like but I did see this one thing where it was like like how sometimes like deep in like forests and stuff, or there'll be a stair, like a stair. Have you seen that? Where there'll just be like a
Like a flash or something.
no, like
Yeah.
stair.
Yeah, like it's just stairs and it just
There'll
stops. It
just
doesn't
be
go anywhere.
stairs in the middle of nowhere, and then let's like basically don't go near that, because like if you go up, and sometimes it's like stairs with like a little door or something, it'll just be like totally random. Yeah, that freaks me out a little bit. I don't know.
You know that reminds me of like Hogwarts, like like the stairs that like the in the movies. Yeah. Um, I have watched a lot of the videos like that. Like um I've seen people go to like Queen Mary and they like do Bloody Mary. I've done Bloody Mary in front of my mirror before because I was bored with my friends one time. You guys know what that is? Okay, it's like when like apparently there's some ghost. I forget really what it is, but it's like some ghost, and it's like her name's Bloody Mary. And if you like put a candle and you turn all the lights off and you spin around, I forget what it was. It was a long time ago, but you like spin around and say Bloody Mary 3 times or 7 times, or I don't remember what the number is. Like you'll get something that kind of like you get some response, and it's like a well-known ghost, and you do it in your bathroom. Like she haunts the bathrooms. So I've seen videos of people do it at Queen Mary and stuff, and there's like room B 112 or something like that at the Queen Mary, and it's like the most haunted room there. And I've seen people like go there for like to sleep because it's a hotel, and like they get experiences there. And I saw this one video. I don't remember who it was who did it. It was a long time ago, but they went into the closet in that room and they would like knock on the door and they said, if you're here, like let me know. And then like they would hear a knock at the door and each person went in and they would hear it. But I would watch videos like that all the time. Have you ever been to Queen Mary? Has anyone ever been there? Yeah, no, I did the ghost tour. I was really young though, so I don't really remember, but it was kind of scary. But yeah. Next question. Would you want to be a ghost after you die?
I personally, well, I guess it depends on how my life goes, but no, I don't think I would, and I don't even know if it's like a choice.
Yeah, if it was a choice, I think.
All those stories that you're like talking about, how they had these like tragic deaths, kind of, and then they're kind of like that. I don't know, but no, I don't think I would want that.
Avery?
I don't think so. Not like a scary ghost, but maybe just like there to see.
Yeah,
You know?
I understand. I was thinking, so if it was a scary ghost, I wouldn't want to be one, but I was thinking like the ghost from the Harry Potter movies, like nearly had this Nick or whatever. Like I want to be him. Also though, like I said, we were in the RV and we were like talking about ghost stories. My uncle was saying, he was like, or he's not my uncle, like my friend's dad, he was saying, he was like, um, normally it's like when people commit suicides when they become ghosts, rather than like if it's like if they die like from a sickness or something. But yeah. Have you caught anything on camera?
Nope.
I'm gonna get my picture.
Also, no for me.
I'm gonna get that picture that I was talking about. Like we saw that with our eyes too. Like it was not only the camera that saw it.
Was it like a lighting thing? Were you by a window or something?
No, so we thought that it was a lighting thing, but we weren't near a window. We were in a closet, and we saw, like normally if it was lighting, it'd be only on the camera, but we saw it with our eyes too. Like my sister like flinched too. She was like, "What is that?" And she said she felt something cold. So you know, do you guys think your house is haunted? You do? Avery does.
Yeah, somebody died in my house before we got
Um,
there, so that's why.
yeah. I think I don't think it's haunted. I just think there's ghosts in our house. I don't know. Again, imagine like the non-ghost believers listening to this podcast and they'd be like, what are they on to? Okay. Next. What are your favorite horror movies? I like the Night of the Walking Dead. I haven't seen other one. I've seen Annabelle. Annabelle's pretty good. What else? I want to see it. I haven't seen it. Want to see it. Oh, The Shining's good. Yeah, that's all I can think of right now. Uh-oh. We have 10 minutes.
And I have never seen an actual horror movie, and I intend not to see an actual horror movie for many, many, many years because I get scared very easily and I would not be able to sleep. So I avoid those things at all costs.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't really watch horror movies, but I did watch one a while ago. I think it was called In the Tall Grass. It was really weird.
Is it good?
Yeah, it was good.
I'm writing that down. What do you think makes a house haunted?
I think that's what we're talking about, like how the tragic stories and stuff like that. I think.
Okay. What if we are the only species that can't see ghosts? It's like, what if dogs can see ghosts? Well, that's not a question. Why did who came up? I think it was like either Juliette or Avery. One of y'all came up with
Can
that
I answer
one.
the question? Can I answer the question?
Yes.
False.
What do you mean false?
There's no proper way to answer the question.
Because like dogs, like. Anyways, because you know how dogs like bark when there's something wrong. Like sometimes dogs won't go past a certain way, like an area. Like I saw this video where like there was this dog and it wasn't going down to the basement, and they're like, "Why?" And then they heard a weird noise from the basement later, and it was like weird. But okay, I accidentally had like audio, like the little microphone on, and it just typed out everything I just said. Anyways. Okay, guys, I know we all sound tired today. It's Monday, we're recording later than usual. Because we didn't record on the weekend. Anyways, thanks for watching. I promise next episode will be more enthusiastic. Make sure to follow us on Instagram at What If Podcast Official. YouTube, What If Podcast. Also, I wanted to self-promote myself here. I made a documentary. It's on YouTube. Look at Drishana Angeleena. Anyways, thanks for listening. Hope to see you guys soon. In 2 weeks on the What If Podcast. Follow us on Spotify. We get more. Actually, we don't get anything because we don't monetize this, so don't follow us on Spotify. Actually, follow us on Spotify so we get more listeners. Also, we had 100 listeners on the last episode, which is pretty good. Okay, bye. It's you at your youngest point in life, but it's also the oldest picture of you because it's the first picture you've ever taken. Right?
Okay, I have one of those. You'll never actually see your face. You'll only ever see it in a mirror and in a camera.
You told us that last episode, I think.
No, yeah. I think I sent you something, but guys, think about it. Like you'll never. I don't like that.
I always thought about like what if mirrors and stuff like distort your face, so it's not actually how you look. Like what if you don't look how you look? Also,
wait, I think about that all the time too, and also like how do mirrors work? Like where did that come from?
No, but I was thinking about that. I was sitting in front of my bed, just right next to the mirror. So I was like sitting there and looking at myself. I'm like, who am I? Like sometimes, didn't you ever like, okay, this is an actual serious thing. Do you guys ever like look in the mirror and then you'd be like, you just stare at yourself for the longest time, and then you'd just be like, I'm a person. Yeah, sometimes I'll mouth my name to myself in the mirror, like Drishana. I am Drishana.
Guys, You guys, there's this guy on TikTok who like talks about these things, and he says, "Oh my gosh," and it was like, "How have you?" Okay, actually, I'm just gonna read off a couple of them. Someone has the possibility someone might have there's a possibility that someone has dreamed about being in a relationship with you. And then the second one is there's no reason that the alphabet has to be in that order.
No, it's so like what? So technically in kindergarten, when the teachers ask you to recite the alphabet, you can literally do it backwards and they can't mark you off for it because you're still saying the alphabet. Also, nothing is on fire. Fire is on things. Okay. You can never actually stop clapping. The time between claps just gets longer.
Oh my god. Okay, wait. There was one that I would just watch. 1 second.
The floor is made of floor. That's another one. Conspiracy. Also, reading a book is just looking at a dead tree and then hallucinating. I mean, for a single moment, you're the youngest person on earth. Oh, and there's no possible way anyone can ever prove that there's not an invisible dragon right behind me right now. I mean, prove it. No one can prove it.
There's a possibility that there's a tree growing right now with the wood of your coffin.
Oh my God.
Or that was really depressing, but like
I have one. Maybe plants are really farming us, giving us oxygen until we eventually expire and turn into mulch, which they can consume.
wait, I wasn't listening. Wait, I wasn't listening. Say it again.
Okay. Maybe plants are really farming us, giving us oxygen until we eventually expire and turn into mulch, which they can consume.
So that's a little creepy. Let me go to my conversation starter notes. Is water wet? It's not wet. Avery, high five. Fist bump. Turkey. Thanksgiving. Yanni Laurel. What'd you guys hear? Did you guys ever do that?
I can hear them both.
I can hear both too, but I think most of the time I hear Laurel.
Most of the time I hear Yanni.
Really?
Yeah.
If you had the attention of the world for 1 minute, what would you say?
I don't know.
I don't know either. I just say, follow me. No, I'm kidding. Why? Okay, this was the question that I was been thinking about for a long time. How come we haven't run out of water? Like, if we keep drinking it and then peeing it out, but the pee, like our what? Does that pee go into the ocean? No, it goes into. Where does our pee go? Like on our. No. But like, how? But like, if we keep drinking our water and then peeing it out, then are we getting rained on with pee? The way you said that in a sentence, though.
I think we should end it there. I think that is a wonderful stopping place.
Thanks for watching this week's episode of the podcast.
Watching, you said watching.
Thanks for listening to this week's episode of the podcast. We will come back in 2 weeks with the normal what if topics. And we're going to be doing once a month. We're going to be doing this kind of episode. And I hope you guys enjoy. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.
Listening.